Hello everybody, my name is Tri-State EDC, and this is a little Civivi pouch with a little green dot on it. This comes to me by way of Android Goat, who sent me a massive, massive box of color-coded knives. And this is one of those. They're all in Civivi pouches, but they're all color-coded. If you're ever going to send me anything, if you're sending me more than one knife, color-code the damn things. Save me the hassle. It's a hard job. I know it looks easy. Shut up. Let's open it. That's right, Civivi pouch, not a Civivi knife. But a knife we'll be giving away, or we already have given away. Future me will deal with that. But this is yeah. It's a Begg. I beg your pardon? Yes, it is a Begg Knives Astio. I've kind of publicly pooped on Begg Knives for a long time, 2+ years. I've never really vibed with their aesthetic, with their design language. But this is going to be given away to one of you, or it already has been, and this is the Astio. I know nothing about this other than who makes it and what it's called. Honestly, I don't even know who makes it. Future me, what's the OEM on this guy? I have no idea. I know the designer is Begg Knives, Todd Begg, or one of the Beggs. There's a bunch of Beggs. I don't know, dude. I beg your pardon once again. Forgive me, I know nothing. But the Todd Begg Astio, or the Begg Knives Astio, I don't know. It's very confusing. Size comparison, closed. We have a pair of 3. Just a hair big, probably PM2 size is what we're looking at. And Tactile Knife Co. Rockwall, much bigger than that. Big boy, very tall, decently long, just like yours truly. Big old freaking flipper tab, this wild faux bolster going on that's like milled into the G10 on the show side. Just a fart load of body. What is that, 5 body scales? And then another 6, 11? Body scales, body screws, 5 body screws, 10 body screws, a pivot screw. That's too many screws, Todd. Mr. Begg, sir, that's way too many screws. G10 backspacer, just the most violent jimping and texturing you've ever seen in your life. This big aggressive poon. Look at that. Look at all the holes cut in it. Jesus, I gotta flip it open. God bless. Yeah, that's wild. I think you can understand why I've never really understood people's love and affection for Begg Knives. That's something. That's something else. That's something else. So what we have, is this titanium? Nope. No. So what we have is a steel frame lock with G10 everywhere else. So just the frame lock section of this knife, this very decorative, wild-ass looking frame lock, is stainless, not titanium. And then we have this absurd compound ground recurve Tonto harpoon blade. There's just too much. It's like the Beggs didn't know when to stop designing. You know what I mean? Like they didn't know when to say, all right, that's enough. They just kept adding and adding and adding and adding and adding. And it's just become too much. Lockup, very nice, solid as a rock. What a ridiculous thing. Open size comparison to this absurd thing. Pair 3, much bigger. Like I said, PM2 size, right about. Tactile Knife Co. Rockwall, yeah. Yeah, it's a big knife. It's a full-size boy. Full-size boy. Tons of... It's just overdone to me. It's just overdone. Now then, ergos in hand. I gotta tell you, not bad. Thumb in that poon, you know... I never gets old. Thumb in that poon feels good. Nestled in right behind the flipper tab. Tons of room. Easy, full 4-finger grip. Full-size knife, full length. Locked in. No real hot spots. No pinch points. You can kind of trigger pull it. You can't choke up. It's a sharpening choil, but not a very good finger choil. Pinch grip? Ooh. 25-30% of the day, it's sketchy. It's a little scary to get the pinch grip in. Not the most fun pinch grip in the world. God, dude, what a thing. It's so stupid. We also have this just bizarre ceramic ball style pocket clip. You know, I don't know how that's going to work. But action, flipper tab works great. That detent is money. It's running on ceramic bearings. That detent is dialed. Usually steel frame locks suck. Just in general, top to bottom, they blow. But this is so nice. It feels like a titanium frame lock. Detent is so well dialed. And here's where we come to another negative point. Unfortunately, even though that detent is just flawless, that's the only way you can open this knife. You're not reverse flicking this. You're not thumb flicking this. It is a flipper and a flipper only. And it's as simple as that. I gotta tell you though, the acoustics are dynamite. Listen to this. Loud. Angry. Aggressive. Like I owe it money. Thwack. Brutal. Brutal. Just brutal in visually, ergonomically. The action's brutal. The noise is brutal. It's all brutal, man. It is something else. You know what the design language kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of like what people in the 50s and 60s kind of thought the future would look like. You know what I mean? It's just overdone. It's just too much. It's like cheap sci-fi. That's the vibe. Cheap sci-fi. Sci-Fi Channel original series. That's the kind of aesthetic I get from this. Blade steel is unknown. Future me, what's the blade steel on this guy? I'm betting you she'll cut. Like I said, beautiful hollow grind, recurved Tonto with a compound ground tip. They just took every design piece of every knife ever made and threw it all into one knife. But let's cut something with it. Let's see if she'll cut. Real quick. The Begg Knives Astio. It will be given away. One of you will probably own this by now. But yeah, sure. Beautiful, thin, hollow grind. The ergos, when you're actually using it, are solid. And I'm sure as a daily user, this would work great. The issue is this is going to scare the living shit out of everyone that sees it. This is a scary looking knife. It looks unearthly. It looks it's just look at it. The Begg Knives Astio. One of you, congrats. I'm sure at this point you've already won it. Too many screws, too much design happening. They should have stopped 12 steps prior to this finished product. But there it is. People love them, people hate them. I'm not a big fan, but as a knife, it works great. It cuts well, the action's really well dialed, the ergos are actually good, you know? I don't have that many complaints other than I just don't like the way it looks. But that is the Astio. I will leave links to this down below if you want to pick one up for yourself, if you're interested in it. If you like the way this looks, I promise you it's a great knife. I just personally don't like the way it looks. It's as simple as that. Like I said, links down below. Future me, how much is this again? I don't remember. And who's the OEM? Gee, thanks. But that's it. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe down below, become a channel member, Patreon member. Hit me up on TikTok, Threads, Instagram. I'm all over the place. But that is it. Thank you again. Shout out to our boy Android Goat in the comments for giving this to us to give away. Thank you, man. It means a lot. But that's it. I'll see you all on the next one. Till next time. Bye-bye now.